might know me as KP, and I'm the UNSW Founders New Wave Program Manager. I'm coming to you from the Michael Kraut Innovation Centre, home of the UNSW Founders and where we've held the last 4 New Wave Showcase events. Obviously we can't have you here this evening in person, but should we go inside and have a look? I'm so excited to be your host this evening to celebrate the incredible achievements of these 36 brilliant women who have been collaborating over the past 2 weeks on 11 innovative startup ideas. It's my pleasure now to welcome you to this digital event where we'll meet the teams, hear their pitches, and see the journey that they've been on. Oh, and we'll announce the winning pitches too. I would first like to start by acknowledging the Bedegal people of the Eora Nation, where I currently stand, and all the traditional custodians of the land in which we meet, and pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. UNSW Founders New Wave was launched 2 years ago to address the underrepresentation of women in entrepreneurship. Since then, we've seen over 150 incredible women enter the program, many who have gone on to launch viable businesses. This cohort is no different. I've been blown away by the passion and commitment of these women jumping into a program which was delivered 100% online to develop some really exciting startup ideas. For many, this has marked the first time they've embarked into the world of entrepreneurship. Over the 2 weeks, they've learned essential skills from design thinking and branding to user journeys and pitching. They were taught by experts who delivered masterclasses and were guided by 14 incredible industry-leading mentors. Tonight, we gather to celebrate these amazing women, their accomplishments, and to cheer them on as they continue their founder journey. So this is how it's going to work. Each of the teams will deliver their 2-minute pitch, and then we'll announce the winner of the $1,500 cash prize. You're all invited to take part in the action for the People's Choice Award a little later in the program, so keep an eye on the live chat. Before we kick off, I would like to extend my enormous gratitude to the New Wave speakers and mentors who shared their experience, wisdom, and time with this cohort. Your passion and commitment to seeing women founders succeed is relentless. Thank you. Likewise, to our 3 esteemed judges, Eliza Jackson, Tip Pyomsomboon, and Nicole O'Brien. Okay, so let's go. First up, pre-loves.
So our business idea is a second-hand platform with an embedded financial system. And this is the name of our business. It's called Pre-Loves. Our logo is secure, seamless, and shop smart. We like to commercialize this idea because a lot of players in the market are actually leading the game, and they're actually doing a lot of work on the second-hand platform, area. One of the most prominent ones is in China and also India as well. The 2 countries who are actually leading the aim. PaiPai is a subsidiary of Jingdong, which is a very famous second-hand platform which sells a lot of luxury goods such as LV bags and electronics, as well as products which are at lower price points. We actually did some research and realized that escrow is actually the best financial arrangement for this type of platform because it actually provides security and protection for, primarily the buyer, but also the seller as well. As you see from the diagram, that's how the flow of transaction is in an escrow. Basically, we'd like to have a go-to strategy with university students with their university identification as a verification process, and you can see from the graphs that basically the secondhand market actually is very popular among a lot of people. basically, we actually talked about the competitors, revenue, and the logistics of the whole business idea. The competitors obviously is in Australia, Facebook and Gumtree, but they don't actually have the financial arrangement embedded in the system. The revenue streams come from the commission that we would charge. The market rate basically is 15%. We don't know whether we want to charge lower than that just to test the platform. And basically at a later stage, we can become a trustee of those funds and invest it somewhere for return for the, the people going to the platform. Logistics would be basically worked out between the buyer and the seller themselves. And that's basically a very simplistic idea of our business idea.
And now, beyond nature.
Maria and Daniel have 2 kids under 5 and work full time. After a rush grocery trip, they were shocked to find that kids' snacks contain preservatives, a large amount of sugar, and a few vitamins. They are not alone, with 2 million of Australian parents facing the same situation. As a consequence, 1 in 10 kids has an iron deficiency, affecting their growth and brain development. Our solution is nutritional kid food containing spirulina, which is high in iron and nutrients essential for child's development. Our first product will be a spirulina yogurt, which is very nutritious and brought by research as yogurt is the first choice for kids' snacks. This market is expected to grow 5.4% annually in the next few years. Based on our global figures of this year, our TAM is 300 billion, our SUM is 15 billion, and our SUM is 20 million. In Australia, there are more than 10 companies selling kids' yogurt products. However, our products contain no sugar and is fortified with spirulina, making our yogurt unique and innovative. Our initial model is B2C with online sales and opportunity of monthly subscription, then partnering with independent retail, health stores, and distributors, and then expanding to China, which is the largest baby food market. After learning about the benefits of spirulina, 49% of surveyed parents say they will pay more than $2 for our products. Our team has the right knowledge to bring this startup forward. As a busy man of 2 and a PhD on algae, I personally understand this struggle to find nutritious kid food. So we'll make this task easier. If you have contacts in the wet food industry, please contact us. Thank you.
Next up, Bake and Create.
Raise your hand if you would love to eat a slice of this delicious, moist chocolate cake with beautiful pink glazing. Oh wait, I can't see you guys anyway, hey? But I think that the majority of you here would take up my offer. However, what often stops us is the thought that it is unhealthy and hard to find one. However, guess what? It's actually a pretty healthy homemade cake made from beetroot, dark chocolate, honey with a dash of cocoa, without any artificial coloring. But you might be thinking, where to find ingredients, a reliable recipe, or I don't know how to bake? Well, you're not alone. Out of 100 people we surveyed, nearly 60% avoided baking due to lack of ability, equipment, and 55% wants less dishes used from baking. We, Bake and Create, offer you pre-measured ingredients, special equipment, recipe cards, along with instructional video for you to unleash your baking and decorating potential and make gourmet desserts. We offer innovative flavored, health-conscious kits suited to every dietary need. We also plan to gradually introduce seasonal and themed kits. So why is this a great business idea? Hashtags isobaking and home bake are seriously trending on social media right now. Our survey results also showed that 83% of people see baking as a hobby, while 65% consider it as a fun social activity. Whilst COVID-19 and isolation will end, this social trend will highly likely go beyond COVID. Using biodegradable packaging, we recently produced a bake-it-yourself cake prototype and received great feedback from a very happy consumer. Our brand combines the ease of ready-made mixes and the fun of baking from scratch. We deliver kits to your door and you bring your enthusiasm to the kitchen. We initially target 2 groups. First, young working Sydney-siders who are typically time poor but value creativity, and second, parents with young children. Different products and kits will be priced differently, but in the short term, we will engage in marginal cost and psychological pricing structures. As we achieve economies of scale, we will be in a position to lower costs and move to a competition-oriented pricing model. We want to develop brand awareness first in Sydney regions, then expand to wider Australia and globally. Our team consists of members with diverse skill sets, all contribute to different aspects of our project. We will also be doing beta testing on a cost price basis, so if you like our idea and are a keen foodie to explore innovative flavours, join us on our journey because you are not an everyday baker.
And now we will hear from Cyber.
Cyber, empowering girls to be safe online. How would you feel receiving inappropriate or unwanted attention online? Well, 84% of parents are worried about their child's online safety, but only spend 46 minutes educating their children about it throughout their whole childhood. 97% of children under 15 have access to the internet, and during lockdown, children are spending more time online than ever, earlier than ever. So reports of child sexual abuse material increased from 27% in March to 37% in April this year, with girls making up the majority, 78%. And parents can't be there 24/7 to monitor everything. We need to train girls to stay safe online. Our solution, Cyber, is a web-based cyber safety assessment for girls aged 12 to 14. Through an interactive and engaging game, parents receive a personalized report and actionable advice. We empower girls to stay safe online because no amount of monitoring technology can solve the problem. No other app or service specifically addresses the dangers that young women face online. Other apps focus on monitoring or are general workshops on topics such as password protection. We have a freemium model where a limited subset of the service is available for free, and parents have the option of paying for a more in-depth assessment. Each year, the assessment is updated to reflect content suitable for the child's age and also new technology developments. We have all experienced unwanted attention online, and we don't want others to feel the same. We have the experience and technology to build this app now. Our team has backgrounds in business, computer science, psychology, and engineering. We are looking for learning designers to help guide our content. Thank you.
Please welcome I2U.
Meet Alice, an 8-year-old about to enter primary school. Alice doesn't realize she developed blurred vision, which affects her academic journey. And Alice is not alone. 1 in 5 Australian children suffer from visual impairments simply due to a lack of eye test or spectacles. Hence, I2U presents an accessible mobile service that will visit Australian primary schools. It will be equipped with low-cost diagnostic tools and 3D printing technology for obtaining frame and lens specifications, so the customized glasses can be later shipped back to the schools. Lim Verdi, CEO of Optometry Australia, confirmed there are no comprehensive or consistent vision screening programs across the country. On top, I2U also create an education experience for kids through an onboard showcase of how their glasses are 3D printed, so they can be more engaged with their eye health. We plan to grow I2U into a social enterprise by firstly securing collaboration with technological and manufacturing platforms, then enrolling schools in a subscription scheme so we can deliver tangible product to our end users, children. Following the timeline, we will secure further support from the national programs and use the income to provide greater outreach to the remote areas and expand to the national level. The impact of kids with poor vision is not only measured in terms of their health, but also their economic productivity as an adult. The International Agency for Prevention of Blindness informed that global potential productivity loss amounts up to $244 billion US. And if we manage to reach even 5% of affected kids in Australia alone, it might save $500 million for the economy and healthcare. Your kids' future is in safe hands. Our diverse backgrounds help us not only cover the logistics of the solution, but the core issue of visual impairments. Please support us by providing a system for launching our MVP so we can help kids like Alice keep their most valued sense. Thank you.
Thank you to the first 5 teams. Now, before we show you the final 6, we would like to show you a short glimpse of the journey that these women have gone on over the past 2 weeks.
New Wave instills founder confidence. We've been incredibly inspired by the efforts that these teams have put into their 11 startup ideas over the last 2 weeks. We've had 12 fully online workshops ranging from design thinking to branding with Canva to MVP development and pitching workshops. And we couldn't have done it without the help and support of the brilliant founders team and some very highly respected international and local facilitators and guest speakers.
We've got everyone from, second year students who are kind of fresh into university and just finding their way, all the way up to mums who are managing homeschooling as well as doing this New Wave program. It's incredible.
The thing I enjoyed the most about participating in New Wave was to learn so much content about things that I would never have been able to learn outside of my degree. So personally, I'm a business student, but being able to learn about, design principles and deal with applications and a lot of concepts in 2 weeks was really exciting.
What I liked most was developing this comprehensive thinking when you address the problem and you try to find a solution that's going to be feasible.
What surprised me most about this journey was my flexibility and ability to adapt.
What really surprised me about myself was that I can take in so much in 2 weeks or even less than that.
A brand is so much more than the visual elements of your business. The color you choose does say something about you as a person. I think it's really important to see if you can reinforce what your purpose and values and all of the other work you've done by your choice of color.
What I want you to walk away with today is the knowledge of how to create a dev-ready document. So how you can actually hand that to any kind of developer and they can actually start building for you.
At the end of the day, for someone in business, someone wants to really want what you have to offer, and then they have to believe that you can deliver.
I think out of all of the programs that I mentor in, this is perhaps one of my favourites. And the actual reason for that is that the ideas generally tend to be really unique and different. And these young women bring something really different to the table. And I think it's actually just because they're given a voice.
The element that I enjoyed most about coming to New Wave is actually meeting a wide variety of people coming from all different backgrounds. My team is composed of 4 individual or enthusiastic and aspiring women from all different faculties.
It's just wonderful to see how these women are dedicating themselves to finding problems that they see around them and bringing out solutions. I'm so excited to see where they go after this program. Really, that's such an amazing 2 weeks.
So now let's see the final 6 pitches. To start us off, back myself.
Shame, guilt, hopelessness. These vicious emotions cycle through people with problem gambling and deeply affect those around them. What started as casual gambling for a close family member very quickly became a painful, lifelong problem for my whole family. If only help came earlier. The problem is most don't seek formal help. Self-help strategies can bridge to formal help and stop the spiral. Our solution is Back Myself. This is an app that helps users change their gambling behaviors. There are 3 key features for this app: a tracker that converts gambling spend to fund personalized goals, such as that prize trip to Bali with mates, an inner coach function that allows personalized alerts to retrain risky behavior, and also a channels tracker, be it online and offline, where users can control and contain their gambling environment. Look at this. Australia tops the world in terms of gambling. $24 billion loss. There is scope in Back Myself. Our early business model targets government, insurance companies, and also corporates. We've done a market scan and we know that Back Myself is unique. It is the only self-help option where it targets the at-risk gambling stage. Experts have confirmed that there is a strong need for a highly accessible self-help solution for those at risk. Back Myself meets this need. We're currently seeking people who engage in casual gambling to further test our prototype. If you or someone you know can help, please get in touch with us. I'm really happy to share that my family member has recovered, but it took 40 long years. You and I can stop people spiraling from their gambling habits. Back us, back myself. Thank you.
And now welcome Travelify.
Who has ever missed a flight at the airport? Well, my friend did, because she didn't have a visa. She was devastated and had to borrow money to get a new ticket. We surveyed 120 people. 56% of them feel overwhelmed with travel preparation, and over 7% have also missed their flights. We all travel, but we're not really familiar with every country's requirements. So we created Travelify, your travel companion, the first centralized platform to provide intuitive access to regulatory documents, including online assistance and notifications. Say goodbye to online research for hours and uncertainty. Say hello to the future of travel. This is what Travelify looks like. Based on your profile, it will tell you next steps. And we also use video and checklists to make it easier. We are the only ones making this in the traveler customized area. We believe that everyone should have access to regulatory requirements and while respecting their freedom. 81% of people book their trips online. In a market worth 3.6 billion Australian dollars, we're looking to capture 2.5 billion. And when borders open after COVID, we're expecting for a surge in the demand because regulations will only get more confusing. So we're looking for revenue from two sides, a 3-tier membership and affiliate fees and advertising. 94% of our respondents said they would use our app. And we also got accepted into the pre-accelerator program. So we will continue to develop our project. Our team can make this app a success. We believe in innovation and we believe in empowering every single traveler. We ask for help with partnerships and networking to kickstart our project. And we're also keen to add a developer to the team. Please reach out to us. Thank you.
And up next, Macwell.
So at the start of this pandemic, I set so many goals for myself. I would bake more, I would create more, I'd exercise more, and I'd get perfect grades. But looking back, I haven't really been able to get most of those. And I'm a master procrastinator, but I found that this was not only a problem for me. We conducted a study and realized that 85% of university students experience procrastination. And through our studies and academics research, we found the 3 key reasons why people procrastinate. Firstly, a lack of clarity around the task. Secondly, feelings of overwhelming feelings. And thirdly, a lack of engagement and interest. So our solution aims to address these 3 root causes of the problem. Firstly, you're paired with a study mate from the course you do to feel more engaged. Secondly, you're held accountable to eradicate the lack of clarity with your work. And thirdly, you can gain motivation and recognition alongside your peers. And most importantly, have fun. This is what our platform aims to look like with a match, act, and cheer interface. In terms of the market opportunity, we know that over $230 billion is spent every year just in improving student experiences for all universities globally. Our SAM is first-year Australian university students, but most importantly, our pilot program will start with UNSW, as that's the market we're most familiar with, and we aim to tap into 10% of this market as our first early adopters. In terms of our advantage, we are at the intersection of 4 key elements of addressing procrastination. But most importantly, our team are students of UNSW as well as staff members, and we really understand the pain points that students are facing. In terms of our business model, we are a B2B2C model where we've been in talks already with the university regarding a subscription model and an implementation process preceding this New Wave program. In terms of our traction, we've already been accepted into the pre-accelerator program and are very excited to be continuing our findings. And if you see the screenshots there, they're all all the students that are posting on social media about their need to be connected in groups and help each other in subjects. And we know that this is evident through our research. Lastly, why are we the team to do it? We're three passionate women who care about improving the student experience for all students with backgrounds in technology, research, and business. Our ask today is for you to reach out to us if you know contacts within the university that we could speak to, and if you have a passion for making the lives of students better.
Now, let's hear from Cirque.
Currently, the fashion industry is the second largest contributor to carbon emissions. It currently accounts for around 10% of the total amount released per year. To put this further into perspective, those straight-leg jeans you wore yesterday, they could take up to 15,000 litres of water to produce. In order to resolve this fashion crisis, we undertook market research and uncovered that there is a disparity between a brand's desire for sustainability and their actions. To address this issue, we are bridging the sustainability gap within manufacturing and distribution processes by connecting brands to sustainable suppliers, manufacturers, and distributors. Research conducted by McKinsey & Company revealed that 75% of Gen Z take environmental responsibility into account when making purchasing decisions. This demonstrates staggering demand for more sustainable fashion, and we believe now is the time to act. After reaching out to our network and sustainability consulting industry, it was evident that there was a clear gap in the market for a niche fashion-based service, and thus we identified our target market as small to medium-sized fashion brands who want to become more sustainable and ethical. Our online platform requires brands to input materials, prints, and costs, which then allows us to scan through our database of vendors and manufacturers to provide recommendations on more sustainable alternatives. This is a two-sided transaction that allows us to generate profits for both the supplier and the brand. A major competitor for us is Supply Compass, a London-based sourcing platform which helps brands develop more sustainable supply chains. At Cirque, we differentiate ourselves by utilising big data to match companies with suppliers to suit their production needs. We also work with Australian suppliers and manufacturers to help boost and rebuild our local economy in the post-COVID-19 climate. Now I will introduce my team. This is my partner, Delina. She's currently studying engineering, and I'm currently studying a Bachelor of Commerce and Arts. Our complementary strengths with both business acumen and technical engineering understanding will help us further develop our supplier database and business strategy. As we are currently undertaking market research to help us further develop our idea, we are asking that you could provide us with industry contacts and mentoring support. Thank you.
Introducing NatureVal.
Our cities are getting more crowded, polluted, and unsustainable. As a result, we are getting more unhealthy and unhappy. But if there was a silver bullet which could cool our cities, clean our air, improve our health, and solve many other urban problems, well, there is. Urban green infrastructure, also known as nature in the city. The public is increasingly demanding more green in our cities, but urban decision makers are struggling because they do not have the tools to calculate benefits and costs and justify investment. What we do is help local councils, property developers, and policymakers calculate the asset value of green infrastructure so that they can invest with confidence and the support of evidence-based science. NatureVal is user-friendly software which takes data inputs from the user and outputs a range of economic metrics, ratings, and reports. We surveyed 400 practicing decision makers globally, and more than 85% confirmed this to be a priority and a highly limiting knowledge gap. The investment in new and upgraded property developments is $275 billion per year in Australia alone. We initially target 40% of the public and 20% of the private market, capitalizing on the trend towards greater sustainability in urban environments. We address the current market gaps by providing a solution which is holistic, evidence-based, adaptable, and user-friendly. Our three-tiered annual subscription service initially targets public bodies and property developers in acute need of valuation tools. ACT and New South Wales governments have already expressed their interest in co-developing and testing our solution designed as part of my PhD research at UNSW. I'm joined by a team with expertise in sustainable built environment, business management, and engineering. We are currently seeking connections with the public and private stakeholders to improve our market alignment and product validation. Please contact us if you think you can help. Let's make our cities greener together. Thank you.
And last but not least, your plant chef.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Sabrina. I would like to introduce you to Sandra. Sandra is a busy millennial professional. She is a health conscious and animal advocate. She has decided to change to a plant-based diet this year to help the environment. Sandra has found it challenging to keep momentum with this diet. She found there is a lack of the variety in sourcing ingredients. She also has a limited knowledge of what and how to cook. Currently, there is not a plant-based fresh food delivery service available in Australian market. Let me tell you how we are going to help Sandra and many more like her. We, your plant chef, can offer Sandra affordable, customized, quality plant-based food box delivered to her door, providing her recipes approved by expert nutritionists. 12% of Australian consumers comprise a $11 billion plant-based market. Your plant chef is targeting 1.5% of this market at a value of $168 million per annum. Our difference from HelloFresh and Marley's Bone is that we offer only fresh, plant-based food in sustainable packaging. Your plant chef is a subscription-based model that is available on easy-to-use platform. It will also offer fun interactive features such as video from Top Chef and a music playlist. Our team have total combined 15 years business experience in B2C market. We're looking for experts in IT, food service, logistics to form our first MVP. Please join us at Your Plant Chef to make this world greener. Thank you.
So that brings us to the end of the 11 pitches. But before we hear the judge's decision, it is now your time to vote. Here is the link. It is now live in the group chat. You've got 1 minute to vote. Thank you for your votes. We'll announce the winner in the chat feed shortly. But first, a word from our judges.
Tonight's pitches were so great. Everybody was really fantastic. I think there was a lot of thought behind the business models, the go-to-market, and the different products on offer that have really great potential. So thank you everyone for pitching. It was so great.
Thanks again to our judges, Eliza, Tip, and Nicole. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, who will take out the cash prize? And the winner is Nature Val. Congratulations, Linda, Isabella, Kathy, and Vicky. And a special mention to ITU and Back Myself. And that brings us to the close of tonight's event. Thank you to everyone who has supported this New Wave program. Speakers, mentors, UNSW Founders staff, and of course the participants. Yes, there are winners tonight, but know that you are all winners. Please keep going on your entrepreneurial journey as you are now part of our Founders community. So join another one of our programs, sign up to individual coaching. We are committed to seeing you succeed. And one final word, the next New Wave program will be run in the Term 3 holidays, so head to the website to register your interest. I'll now leave you with one last glimpse of the New Wave Cohort 5 founders.